Hi and welcome back to yet another one of my guides. I am James Windsor, leader of the Bad Omen Guild on the European Ragnarok online server. This will be an instance guide on the Morse Cave instance with my GX, which is 168, it's about to be a 169. Right. First and foremost, I would recommend being at least, you need to be 160 to even be able to enter the instance, alright? So this is not for lower levels, and again, unless you have the gear for it or have experience, you should bring a friend. Right? So, without further ado, going over the gear that we need to do. Right? This is absolutely, this is a requirement. You need a mark armor. You could use a deadly one. I do not recommend it due to the fact that you'll be taking extra damage. Aside from that, everything is boss protocol in there, even the mobs, so a liberation weapon is definitely recommended. Otherwise, loads and loads of life steal and SP leech, because you kinda need to have sustain. Now I'm using a Deviant bravery bag. You could swap this out for Ragnarok one. There's also a place, there's multiple phases in this instance, right? And in one of them, I'm going to be switching out my Deviant bag for a non-Deviant bag, because the Deviant not only does it reduce damage taken from neutral, but it increases damage taken from everything else, and one of the phases in there will nuke you with spells, and it's going to be incredibly hard to stay alive otherwise. Aside from that, you will want a high amount of crit or an absurd amount of hit. Because the same guy that nukes you with spells is also incredibly difficult to hit in general, so crits will always land, or hits, in case you have extreme amounts of hit. Now, having said that, elemental wise, doesn't really, I mean, fire is good for the last boss, but before that it doesn't really matter too much. I would definitely recommend a Leo crown if you have one, due to the mild wind being way more effective than the converters. Now, there's a prerequisite quest. You actually need to do the Isle of Bios to be able to enter Morse Cave. So, there's a video on my Twitch about the Isle of Bios, and before the Isle of Bios you actually need to do a pre-quest. Yeah, I can include the pre-quests in this link, in the description of this video, sorry. And I'll do the same for my Isle of Bios video. Now, granted, Isle of Bios video was done by my RG. It is more than doable with the GX. Right. Okay, so this will be the baseline where we're gonna start from. This is the Rift of Time Travel, where all the older instances are. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you where the instance is located. This is also where you do the quest to join, to be able to enter the instance, by the way. So walk up, and go here. There's going to be a little patch of mud. Take a right, go down. Sorry, I'm spinning my camera a little bit. This is the way I... Please apologize for the shot as well as video. Right, you see this little sand mound thing? And you do enter. Once you've done the quest, this will appear, otherwise you will not be able to enter. This will take you to Flame Basin. This is where you do the last parts of the quest to be able to enter Isle of Bios and Morse Cave. It looks like this. Yeah, so the quest is fairly annoying. It's not super hard, but there's a few tricks to it. Once you've done it, you'll go to the middle and talk to this Tamarin guy. Now, potential loot in these instances are tokens of hero, which is used to create hero rings. It's an enchantable ring. I don't have one on me just because of that, but basically where you get to choose a lot of different stats. For example, if you enchant hero ring and then you pick which one, okay, since I don't have that, I can't show you, but you get to pick 4 different stats. Like the first one will be stat, the second one will be attack or magic attack, the third one will be health or SP, and the fourth one will be defense or magic defense. And this will range all the way from 1% up to 5%. So theoretically you could have 5 strength, 5% attack, 5% health, and 15 defense or whatever it is, which is pretty cool. Now, this is incredibly difficult to get, and you need 30 tokens just to get a ring, and then you need an additional 3 tokens for every time you try to enchant it. Every time you do one of these instances, you get 1. So yeah, the left one here, this is the Isle of Bios one, Wandering Man. The yellow one, Yellow Seed, and the red seed, Red Flower, sorry, is the one we're gonna be doing today. Now, you talk to him, see in your tracker, and you go yes, and you see Morse Cave in standby. Let's see if there's anything I forgot. A Bloodsucker is highly recommended, because there's no real random loot here. I mean, there's an egg barrier too you can get, but there's no real otherwise valuable drops. Like, you will always be guaranteed. If you finish the Isle of Bios, you get 1. There's a price of hero, yeah, sorry. And if you finish the Red Flower, which is Morse Cave, you get 2. So if you bring a friend to Morse Cave, you can get 1 chest each, like 1 price of hero each. And in these chests, there's a wide range of items you can get, but all the hero gear, like hero magic coat, hero hidden cloth, hero plate, which is for a lot of classes best in slot in armor. There's also hero boots for various classes, and there's also a ton of buff foods, and like there's a box that contains, I think it's like 15 Ygg berries, or like there's a lot of stuff basically. So it's definitely worth doing, and the EXP is pretty good too. You'll see I'm on 95% right now. Okay, let's see, we're gonna enter it. I'll enter the Red Flower. Whenever my computer decides to not be made out of wood. There we go. Okay, there's a lot of RP in here. You have to wait for a bit. Right, so you have to kill all of these zombies in order to pass, and being the zombies that they are, they're incredibly slow and they're incredibly retarded. Oh, it's such a time sink. Right. Yeah, and then Morok, that's what this instance is about, really. In Isle of Bios, you weren't able to catch him. In here, we will actually face him a little bit. You will not end up killing him here, though. So he will just run away, but oh god. So what I do, like, I mean, you don't have to do it the way I'm doing it right now, where I'm just dragging all of them together, because, like, if you want to conserve SP, I would definitely recommend it. I would say the ultimate weapon for this instance would probably be like a Thanatos Catar with an Abysmal Light card. Right, so we're gonna just do some spinning here. They're very weak, so EXP wise the first part isn't. So this is the first part. And then there's a Reaper Yanku, the guy we met in Isle of Bios. And he's gonna talk shit, you know, like one of these GG dudes. Yeah, worlds is in his mind, blah blah blah. Anyway, once he we change the scenario here, we're gonna go to phase 2, which there is Weakened Morok. Now, it might look intimidating, but he is definitely not very strong. No problem at all to deal with this. It's enchanting Deadly Poison. I'm actually gonna switch over to my Tiger Doll just to kill him faster. His high defense, but he hits like a... Like, weapon blocking is definitely recommended here, because we're not really gonna be doing much moving. Like, it's all gonna be these tiny rooms. So, you kill him in whatever way you decide to do this. Like, I've managed to do this instance on GX and RG so far. Genetic, I'm still working on it. It's really frustrating is the word I'm gonna go with. And that's still with instacast and decent damage. So, we'll see. Like, maybe I'll figure out a way to do it. I know it's doable, because I know the people who do it. On a Ranger, though, I've heard that you can forget it. Like, the first part is fine, but there's gonna be a lot of deaths if you try to solo it on a Ranger. But if you bring like a friend, like a healer or a tank in some sort. Right, okay. So in phase 3, you'll be stuck in this ice patch thing, right? See, I can't move. Now, you can get out of this. For example, as a GX, you can backslide out of it. And there's gonna be mobs spawning here. So it's a pretty chill out instance in this way, see? They're gonna come to me. And you'll be able to reach them fairly easily. See? We just do like this. And then you kill them, and then the next wave is gonna show up. Now, it's gonna go like this for a few minutes. The thing is, like, if you're not fast enough in killing these, you will be teleported out, because you will not be deemed worthy. You need to be able to kill a certain amount in a certain amount of time. Now, if you kill them in the speed that I'm killing them, you should be fine. But if you take too long, then you'll be teleported out, because he'll say that you're not worthy and so on. Like, Yanku is actually like doing something to my soul right now. See, that's my Caroline Windsor soul. I have no idea what he's actually doing, but it probably isn't a good thing, most likely. So this is the gear I'm using. I'm using double Rogue's Treasure. Like, these are, in my opinion, unless you have something better, which like Bakunawas or whatever, these rings are incredibly easy to get. They're very cheap and they're very powerful. Like 10 hit, 10 flee, 10 attack, and 10 crit. It's perfect as a GX, because I can reach the 100% crit on top of having extra hit, on top of having extra flee, on top of having extra attack damage, and I can have 2 of them, and they're cheap. Hell, even if you don't want to buy them, you can go and farm them in like on the Biolab thief mobs, like not the hard ones, but the level 2 ones. I mean, it's a low drop chance, but nonetheless easily farmable, which if you put some time into it. Granted, it's only for GXs or for Shadow Chasers, but let me see if it actually is for, because it does say rogue treasures, surely it must be usable by Shadow Chasers. Exactly. And ninjas, apparently. Cool. Okay. And there's also some combo stuff if you have worked with the Black Cat, but that's not really interesting right now. So, yeah. These are the ones I'm using to boost my crit hit damage and so on. Oops, forgot about Deadly Poison. Lucky Day is great as well, because when you get hit, you can proc Lucky Day even when you hit or take damage. So, if you're having if you're struggling hitting something, what you could do is bring a pair of Lucky Day boots and just wait for it to proc and then start hitting. There's also, I tried with Hawkeye. Now that was pretty cool, like the hit was insane, 200 plus hit is massive, but it drains so much SP that I would not recommend it. BDM wise, I mean, whatever you'd like, really, mid, it doesn't really matter, but the unfrozen, that is key here, you will see why. Soon, archers are gonna start to spawn here. They'll spawn here, here, and here, and here. I wonder how how am I gonna reach them? Well, you can use Cross Reaper Slasher if you want, just to kill them off. Or you can do Dark Illusion. Like, Dark Illusion is a great skill to use. And then you backslide backwards to come back again. Because Dark Illusion, you're able to jump around, you're able to leave the ice patch. Otherwise you'll be forced into doing what we did on Bakunawa, whereas we had to do the range thing. There we go, see? You're more resilient than I thought. That means we passed this part. And then there's gonna be another one of these parts. It's even harder. There's gonna be tons and tons of archers. Now, in this part, you can't stand still. You can't just stand there and like, well, my RG can, but that's as a GX anyway. Even with deviling, it will start to hurt. Like if the archers stack up, you wanna kill them off as fast as you see them spawn, right? Because if you leave them, I would show you, but I'm just not interested in dying. So I'm using a combo of backslide and rolling cutter and dark illusion here to be able to kill it. Like, and then there's gonna be an archer here or here. I'm actually killing it faster than like it's spawning, which is a good thing. If you manage to do it like this, that's great. There we go. So there's no like, you don't have to kill a specific mob, but you have to kill a specific amount within the time frame. Okay, this is actually a bit, yeah. So what you want to do is now, if you go to the archers, the zombies will come to you. There's also going to be Verits, I believe, in this part. I'm not sure, I think so. You can also use the Dark Illusion to go to your own soul to be able to come back again. To have it like, if you're stuck behind someplace here. There we go. Yeah, there's Verits as well. Now, if you just focus the archers, and then try to clump up, because the zombies, they're really slow. And it doesn't, like, you can AoE them easily. But the archers, like, if you have like 20 zombies running around and you kill them all, that's fine. But if you have 20 archers, you're going to be dead. Like, you're gonna die. I guarantee it, even with deviling. Maybe if you have Taugunka card and I don't even know why you would need to see this guide if you had stuff like that, I guess. But yeah, focus down the archers. As an RG, you can actually reach them with Vanishing Point. And as with the genetic, it's incredibly easy with Card Cannon. The problem with the genetic is at the last part, it's just not doable. Well, I mean, because the thing is, you need to reach like a threshold on the last part where if the boss is under a certain percent, he's gonna start healing unless you can burst him, more or less. And GX is pretty good at this. I've heard about people doing this instance with the DB RK as well. Not sure if that's solo though, possibly, since the DB RK is pretty good with dealing with large amounts of mobs. But as a GX that we all love and use for farming, I figured it would be a more suitable thing to use to show you guys how I do it. Now as you can see, it kind of glitches a bit because it keeps spawning the ice wall thing wherever I go, so you can see where I've actually been. So I use backslide and then use dark illusion to go to the next place, and we just jump back and forth. EXP wise it's pretty good. Soon we're gonna be done with this part as well. Whenever I think this might be the last wave. Yeah, yeah. Pathetic struggling to survive, that means that we're almost done in this part. So yeah, basically just jump around with Dark Illusion to the archers. And then just kill off the rest of the shit. There's no real drops in here, as I said before, which is why we're using a Bloodsucker just to increase our life steal, or life regeneration. So a Happy Balloon is pointless. Like, a Bubblegum is pointless as well, because you're gonna get 2 chests if you finish the instance, no matter what, and it doesn't affect... here we go, right, okay. Surprised it lasted this long. Now, at this point, I'm switching out of my Deviling, because this is where we're gonna be ending up facing the caster. Right, so this is the last place. This is the last phase. Oh, second last. But we're not gonna be changing away from this place again. This is where the instance ends. See, this is the Necromancer. Now, this guy is all about magic, okay? And there's a little bit of a trick to this, because he's really hard to hit unless you have 100% crit. And he hurts a lot, okay? So no Deviling here and using Unfrozen. But you're still gonna be taking tons of damage. Now, this is a perfect time for Hollow Walk. And he will use Jupiter Thunder and all kinds of stuff. What you want to do is you want to take him into a wall. Like, okay, I just need to get him in position. And he will cast Quagmire, right? As you can see, I'm missing quite a bit. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do Hollow Walk and Dark Claw. And we're just going to see. And of course, I didn't have... Yeah. So by trying to crit him... It's going to cost you some Mastellas or whatever you use to heal yourself. And you see, I'm having issues hitting him. Well, okay, now I'm hitting him with... But when I have 503 like hit, I'm still missing a bit. So you really need to have something to boost your hit. I used to actually use, when I was lower level, I would use Dex Biscuits, because they add tons of hit. There's also Pine Jubilees, and there is a Sesame Pastry. Like, there's so many ways to boost your hit. Or you can get like a Ferroni card if you're into that sort of thing, I guess. Right, I'm just gonna try to get some SP back by switching over to Ragnarok Hat and auto-attacking him. I should be proccing some SP relatively soon, I guess. Or not. You know, whichever. Yeah. So my attack speed is pretty gimped now, considering the fact that I have, like I used Hollow Walk. Right, what you can do to save time is you can switch over. Oh, there we go, procced. I'm switching over to my Mild Wind Head now. Like my Leo Crown to try and proc it whenever that happens. Yeah, he's just gonna keep nuking me until he dies. Oh, there we go, we procced it, right. Okay, so we're gonna kill him now. And we're gonna enter the last phase. Now this phase, there's one thing that is incredibly important, otherwise you're gonna be... You can switch back to your Deviling if you have one now, or like Ragnarok you can keep on at all times. It doesn't really matter. Keeping weapon blocking up, and then Deadly Poison. Okay, so this guy is incredibly weak to fire, as you can see. Now he uses Meteor Storm. And we're just gonna Dark. These, you see the Wraiths. If they start to do a cast timer when they reach you. If they finish the cast, you will die. They will explode, and I mean, even my RG has trouble surviving this. So basically, as a GX, you can stand here in the middle, and you can just do like this. Now, that's one way of doing it, and then you can just, as you can see, now this guy has, I think it's like 80 million, or is it like 60 million, I can't remember. Anyways, I'm gonna show you what the cast looks like. See? He's gonna start casting it, and then I kill him before it happens. It doesn't matter if you run away, by the way. If it explodes, that's you're done. And the thing is, at this phase, you really need to be able to keep up with killing off the ads, because there's not gonna be a stop, okay? He's just gonna keep spawning and spawning and spawning until it ends. What you can do is you can do... They only have 100k health, so you can do 10 rolling cutter spins, and then you can just save your stacks and use it on the Wraith when it spawns. It's incredibly effective and easy. Like, I'm actually switching between Ragnarok Hat and King Tiger Doll Hat because I'm just... Right, see? And then we just do... Bluff. But yeah, the archers you need to look out for because they will stack up, so you need to pay attention to see whether or not there's more than one. Because sometimes, like, you'll be able to see the animation or if it's all messed up. Like, let's see, let's hope one of them spawns on top of the other one. Because they will spawn in the exact same spot, and if you're not moving, then they're not moving, and they're just gonna keep stacking up. Apparently it's not spawning archers. There we go, see? Now there's two of them in the same spot. Now this can be difficult to spot, but I would usually wait until 3 before I run over there and kill them. But I'm just, since I have time to breathe, I'll just Dark Illusion to them, kill them. And then backslide. No, it's not backslide. Here you can move as much as you want, by the way, you don't have to. I just Dark Illusion because I'm lazy. And then you just keep doing like this. Now, top priority is the Wraiths. They have to die. I've said it before and I'm saying it again. One of them goes, you go. Let's see my damage here if we use... Oh, that's juicy. It's like 200k with procs and Dark Law. Right. So, well, this is the Morse Cave. The EXP is actually pretty nice. You'll see I'll probably ding when this instance is over, and I've gotten like 5%, and this is without EXP event. I do have premium though, but I don't have any bubbles on. See, they also spawn in different spots, and now they're stacking up. I'm starting to feel it. So I'm just gonna go over and start killing them. I mean, I know there's some people who actually just YOLO this and they just won't care for the archers if they can kill the boss fast enough, and that's fine if you're that confident. But once it starts to stack up, you will, like, it's so painful, you wouldn't believe it. There we go. I used to try doing that in the beginning, but it's not worth it. It really isn't. So I would just try to, I mean, you don't have to kill all the ads, but archers, try to keep at least not more than one alive, because there's also mob mentality, which you might or might not be aware of, which means that the more mobs are hitting you, the harder they're going to hit, and the more often they're going to hit you. And especially archers that have so high hit. So as you can see here, like, we're just, like, having an AoE here with fire is just, I'm not gonna say crucial, but almost. You have to AoE this down. I think I've wanted to try this with like a Baphomet card, and then just auto-attack the boss and see if they can kill off the ads, like on a double dagger GX. See, there's 2 of them right there now. And see, this is a problem. You see the Wraith over there? He's just standing there. Now he will show up when I least expect it. I'm not sure if this is scripted or is it just... There we go. Okay. I'm gonna go off and kill these. Now this, like, the boss can also drop like an Ygg barrier or some random stuff like that, but it's just, we're here for the price of heroes, really. Okay. See, now this is getting a little bit messy, because I kind of lost focus on these. So we just wanna... So, you might be wondering why I'm not just killing the boss. Well, these will, as I said, it will just keep spawning, and it will be a problem. Right, I need to proc my helm to refresh my fire buff. See, sometimes they glitch, and this one, yeah, exactly. I knew that he was close by, but I couldn't actually see it because there was. I'm not sure if that's like server delay or whatever that might be. There we go, we procced it. Like this, right? Weapon blocking. Now you can use Hallow Walk, but keep in mind you should probably save that for the end. Now, if you want to be lazy, well, not lazy, but if you just want to be comfortable, I guess, or convenient. Right. I mean, I guess that summarizes it. I mean, you'll see what happens once I'm done here, EXP wise and all that. But the instance isn't really. I mean, it might look a bit easier now that I'm doing it like this, but to my knowledge, GX is the easiest class to do this with. Like, there's no discussion. Because you only need a Qatar, and you need some enchanted LD poisons. Apparently I'm being messaged on Facebook, so that's interesting. Right. Make sure you keep your EDP up as well, and your weapon block. So if you're cheeky, what you can do is, since, let's see if I can reach both. Yeah, I can, sweet. Like, you can actually, if you move around, you can get the archers to move with you. I would not recommend doing this unless you know what you're doing, because they can end up being just all over the place. And as you can see, the waves just keep spawning and spawning and spawning and spawning. Now, if you look at his health, I'm gonna kill off this archer, and then after that I will not be killing any more ads. Because I'm gonna show what happens. Right. So we're gonna switch over to King Tiger Roll Hat. Hallucination Walk, and then Rolling Cutter with King Tiger Roll Hat. So now I'm just gonna be standing here and killing him like this. Because I have Hallucination Walk up as well. You see my Flea is 750. Well, 710 now. You see his health is just going down. Don't be fooled by his health bar, by the way. He still has millions of health left. Considering how his main health is, I can't remember if it's 60 million or 80 million or whatever it might be. You will have to keep killing the Wraiths though. The Ray Zone. Alright. He should be dead very soon. He's gonna soon say, yeah, you can never defeat me. So this is where he's on like low health, and you need to be able to do a certain amount of health per second to be able to take him down, or he's just gonna keep healing up. Now, as I said, GX is perfect for this, and he's dead. I didn't actually ding, and he dropped an Ygberry and 2 Prize of Heroes. We're gonna loot them. I did 99.4%, so I mean I've gotten like 4.5% in here without an EXP event. And I'm 168. And there's Reaper Yanko as well, right. So do not butterfly wing out of this, okay? Because in order to put instance on cooldown, you have to click the portal and do yes. See, I really think this is really lame, because in the beginning I did this mistake so many times. And then you need to talk to senior tracker, and he will grant you your token of hero. Now we're done, okay? Just for the sake of it, I'm going to open these and we'll see if we get anything. Mastella fruit box and I need to clear out my, here we go. Let's see what the other one is. Mastella fruit, right, okay. So the Mastella fruit box that we got, let's see, I'm not sure how many it contains. I think it's like 200 or something like that. Let's open it. 200. Yeah, okay, so this time I didn't get any gear, but that summarizes the Morse Cave instance. Now this is a 24-hour cooldown instance, you need to be 160 or above, plus done Isle of Bios and pre-quest before this. Now, if you enjoy what I'm doing, follow me on Twitch, like, subscribe, whatever you want to call it, donate. Anything is appreciated, feedback overall, or just come in and hang out and say hello if you want to make requests. If you want to play the game, you know, just come in and talk to us. We're online just about every day. Otherwise, I wish you a nice day, and thank you for watching.